Joining us now on the Malzberg panel, Kurt Schlichter, columnist for townhall.com, trial attorney, and in studio, Christopher Hahn, Democratic strategist and syndicated radio host. All right, Christopher, let me start with you. Donald Trump has announced plans for Drake University in Des Moines tomorrow at the exact same time as the debate, going to raise money for veterans. They say, his campaign manager said moments ago, he has not talked with anybody at Fox. That includes Ailes, that includes Murdoch, and he's going ahead with the alternate event.
Look, I mean, I've been wrong about everything I've said about this guy. I think that there's really nothing that's going to stop him. If more people watch the event that he's doing than the debate, it is going to be ground shaking. That said, I think he's making a bit of a mistake here. If you can't handle Megyn Kelly, who, by the way, I think is tough but fair. I've been on her show 100 times. I don't think, how are you going to handle ISIS? How are you going to handle Putin? How are you going to handle world crisis? How are you going to handle Congress, which is going to say a lot worse things about you than Megyn Kelly did at that debate? And quite frankly, she was just throwing his own words back at him. He should have been able to respond.
Kurt, first he said it was Megyn Kelly, and then he said it was Fox. What do you think it is? And what do you think of that criticism that's not only coming from Christopher, but coming from other people as well?
Well, look, it's pretty clear that Donald Trump is trying to, hi-hat Fox and hi-hat the entire media. And I'm glad to see people pushing back on this guy. This guy has had unrestrained power, Steve. He's been able to do whatever he wants, however he wants. And I kind of like that somebody's saying, no, we're not going to play your game. And he needs to learn some humility. Right. That's the most important characteristic of a leader. And he just doesn't seem to be learning it.
But Kurt,
maybe Megyn Kelly can teach him.
But Kurt and Christopher, I'll throw your words back at you. If he's not going to learn humility, if more people tune in tomorrow to the networks covering his alternate event than the people on the debate stage.
Really, what he has to find out is are these Iowa caucus primary voters that are tuning in? Because quite frankly, that's all that matters to him right now. If he wins Iowa, there's no stopping him. If he loses Iowa, there is a chance somebody else might be the Republican nominee. So he's making a big gamble. He's throwing all of his chips in the middle of the table, saying that Republican primary voters are not going to hold this against him. He has been on this attack, this anti-media attack, which so many conservatives use. But I didn't think that applied to Fox News with conservative voters who tend to trust Fox News.
It does apply to many of them.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens there. And remember, this is going to be one on the margins. This is a very small victory for whoever comes out of Iowa. I don't think him or Cruz are going to run away with it. Trump might have a lead in the polls, but Cruz has proven he's got a very strong organization, which is very important in early primary and caucus states.
Kurt, there's this theory out there that's been out there for a long, long time that Trump got in this on a lark. And look what's happened. I mean, unprecedented, okay? And now he's kind of looking for a way out. And maybe if he stays home from this debate, maybe he feels Iowa will be close. Maybe that's what he wants. I mean, I don't subscribe to that. And you don't sound like a Trump fan, obviously, but do you? Do you buy that?
I'm not. I think it's wishful thinking. I think Jeff Dunetz on The Lid online has done a great job reporting on some of his preparations going back 2 years since Mitt Romney's defeat about this. He trademarked the Make America Great slogan. He was working with a super PAC till that went away. He was organizing a team. I would love to believe that my opponent is incompetent, disorganized, and unable to perform basic functions. But I think that's like a really bad way to face your opponent. I hate to agree with Christopher about anything, but I think if he wins Iowa, he's got a very, very clear channel to the nomination.
Well, I think you're agreeing with Ted. You're agreeing with Ted Cruz too, basically, who said that to a bunch of pastors and religious folks yesterday.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's absolutely true.
I
mean, how does it get stopped?
Right. All right, Chris. Let me ask Christopher. Let me ask you this.
Right.
As far as Cruz. I mean, he tried, I've challenged you to a debate, let's say, and one-on-one, and you know what Trump tweeted out today? What's it going to be in Canada? I mean, Cruz is trying to be relevant. Christie's trying to be relevant. They're all trying to make wisecracks and remarks, but it's Trump who's winning in this.
You know what? Ted Cruz is a master debater, but it looks like he's going to have to do it solo for the rest of the campaign because Trump is not playing that game. Trump is going to avoid that right now. Quite frankly, look, Cruz is a better debater than Donald Trump.
Cruz is the best debater, pure debater probably in the country. Kurt, final word. You got 30 seconds. Calls next, 877 Newsmax, 877-639-7629.
I'm a lawyer spokesperson. This is an important message for anyone who took the prescription drug